Well, I know I said my last video was my last video, but it is not. Today is May 22nd, 2026. That video was November 29th, 2025. And I went a long time without masturbating or looking at porn. And it just got to a point where I was like, I'll just masturbate without looking at porn. And then it got to where I was looking at porn again, but not very often. And I've managed to keep it to that level. Maybe 3 times a week at the most, rather than once or twice per day. But I still would like to not look at porn at all. And I would prefer to masturbate without it's impossible. It's impossible to masturbate without thinking about other women, I guess you would say, other than my wife. I don't know. There's just so much you see out here on YouTube and just in the world that it's all jumbled up in your head, and those thoughts they come to me whenever I'm masturbating. So I went to an essay meeting today. It's my first one ever, and they're really big on abstaining from masturbation and porn, period. So I'm using my accountability board, which I brought it back. It's a board I use where I mark off every day that I'm sober from everything, basically. That's what it's going to become. Used to it was specifically for one thing. Now it's just going to be for everything, because I've had so many addictions, guys. It's ridiculous. And I've yeah, it's overwhelming quitting so many addictions and figuring out, like, what am I going to do now with my life, when that was your life, those addictions, drinking, looking at porn, all that stuff. So anyway, I'm going to try to keep going these essay meetings. They're kind of weird, though. You do a lot of reading, and I'm extremely nervous when it comes to reading to groups of people. It brings me back to when I was in school, and I was just always awkward and shy, and people would laugh when I would read, and I just don't like it. I don't like reading in front of groups, and it makes me very nervous meeting new people, because I'm afraid I'm going to get it sounds ridiculous, but I'm afraid I'm going to get new friends that want to hang out, and I don't want that. I don't want that at all. I just have a really bad history with friends, especially my last one, who tried to kill me. So anyway, I'm going to keep going to those groups and try to get over this nervousness and anxiety, which is hard for me. I feel like I need to go to a group for nervousness and anxiety. Boy, that'd be fun. Also, I'm seeing a sex therapist, and she's the one that recommended me to this group. So we will see how it goes. And the 12 steps thing is confusing to me, because it's like, is this just something I go through in my head? Do I check off something? Is there a test? Like, I don't. And I was kind of looking at the list earlier, and I was like, well, I've done a lot of those, but I don't know. I guess I'll start from the beginning. I do like things that are structured, but this, I guess you could say it's structured, but it's in a weird way that's kind of confusing for me. I'm a person that likes to open up a book from page 1 and start there and do whatever is at the end of that chapter, whether or not that's a test. And then next week we'll go to chapter 2, and we'll just go through the whole book. And I like that kind of stuff. But this is very jumbled up, and I guess I just, if you're going to join one of these groups, you're obvious. They can't start on chapter 1, page 1 every time you go. Like, you're just picking up where other people have left off, and that's just something I'm going to have to accept, and I'm going to have to try to figure out how to just jump in there, I guess. I can't be on a... It feels weird to be on a different page than everybody else. I would rather be on the same page, but I know that's not possible in those groups because everybody's in different points in their life. And so, I don't know. My wife said it's just something you kind of follow along to on your own pace. And I don't know. I'm really bad at asking questions at these meetings. I've only done one. But I'm just really bad at asking questions in general whenever it comes to things that I'm uncomfortable in. Like trucking, I'll ask questions all day. But as far as that stuff goes, I don't know. And there are other groups, but I don't know. I like to just stick to one group. I don't want to be surfing around groups. I just want to do one, and that's it. I like consistency. That's the key to me, to success. But I've already kind of been pressured into going to some other groups. One of them the guy said it had 25 people, and I was like, oh, for me to talk in front of 25 people sounds absolutely terrifying, and to the point where I can't even listen. And these aren't excuses. This is just the reality I live in. I know they can sound like excuses, and maybe they do to my wife, but this is my reality. It's hard for me to listen when I'm under so much pressure and I'm anxious. It's really hard, and to follow along. It's one of the things that got me to drop out of college, that and being an alcoholic, but a big part of that was that I just couldn't follow along with people, and I was nervous and anxious, and I was in a group where I felt I just didn't know nearly as much as everybody else, and I didn't, and I just didn't fit in. So I guess that's it, guys. We will see you on the next one. I don't know if I'm going to do these every day, so I don't like editing videos. We'll see what I do.